Hey y'all, welcome to the Style Chronicles. I wanted to do a review on the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free foundation, the new one. In my August Allure, about 5 pages in, about 5 ads, maybe even 10, there is a 2-page ad for the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free foundation. And I was reading this while I was on my treadmill. I was flipping through the pages. And this just kind of shot out at me, and it says, our first gel stick foundation with an anti-shine core for tailor-made mattifying coverage. And I thought, wow, that's awesome. And of course, you guys know, I have my favorite foundations of the higher end. I've got, my favorite foundations that I get at Sephora. I've got my favorite MAC foundations. I am always on the hunt for a new favorite drugstore foundation. My old favorite was always Revlon Color Stay, and I'm not exactly sure what they did with the formulation. The colors are not right anymore. It was always the lightest shade. That is way too pink now, so I'm not in that range anymore. So I'm always on the lookout for another new favorite drugstore, something that I can just pick up and wear, with confidence throughout the week, and still go back to my favorite foundations on the weekend or, for dressy occasions, stuff like that. But something, just quick and easy that I can do and redo. I don't mind, spilling or wasting or anything like that. Just, a more budget-friendly foundation for every day. And usually my everyday foundation is MAC Studio Fix Fluid, yes. And this just kind of jumped out at me like, whoa, okay, it's like for oily skin. So, goes on creamy and transforms to a matte powder finish. Ultralight powders in the core instantly dissolve excess oil. And the really thing is I'll show you this. When you buy it, it looks like this. You see the foundation and then there's a white core. And that's exactly what mine looked like when I bought it. Of course, after swiping it on my skin one time, that white core took the color of the foundation pigment around it. So it comes like this in a stick form. It's actually really, really neat. And you just roll it up like that. That little portion is what you get onto your skin. That was one of the things that I kind of disliked about it, was the fact that I had to touch this to my skin every time to apply it, and then I was using a brush. I would really rather use a brush to put my foundation on than my fingers or anything else. So this, I kind of feels a little unsanitary, just, kind of wiping this all over your face every time you apply. But anyway, so there's that. It went on so nice. It does dry to a matte creamy finish. I mean, it's really, really pretty. It had a very pretty look to it when I was finished. And I'll swatch it here for you guys. You can see right there. And then with the brush, when you work it in, it just kind of disappears and it covers. You see it there. And then it dries, and it's dry already, and it's like a powder. I mean, there's no shine, no shimmer, nothing. No luminosity, it's just a matte foundation. And I really liked it for like the first 2 hours. And then I was an oil slick. I was oilier than if I had just used a foundation formulated for dry skin, something with moisturizers in it. That is how, if I don't use a foundation that is formulated for oily skin, I get so oily a couple, an hour to 2 hours, 3 hours in from wearing the foundation. It's crazy. That's why I stick to oil-free or oil, foundations formulated for oily skin. This made me extremely oily. It was crazy. I was like, wow, this is funny. Like, I thought it was hilarious. I looked in the mirror and there was, like, here, no traces of any foundation whatsoever, just pure shine. It was like I had taken gloss and dabbed it on my face. I Instagrammed a picture of it, so you guys already, those of you who know me on Instagram already know my opinion on this foundation. It is going back. It is a no-go for me. Although I do like how it applies. I like the finish once it's on. I felt like it was matte, it was creamy, it was beautiful. It really, took on my skin and evened it out. It was really, really beautiful. But it doesn't do what it said it was going to do, which is stay shine free for at least, I don't know, at least a couple of hours longer. I know it's not an all-day foundation, so I would not expect for it to last the entire day like I do some of my other foundations. However, I do think that it should have lasted a little longer than it did. And for something that is considered shine-free, even if I did need to touch up, I don't think it should have needed to be that bad, if that makes any sense. Either that or I am just extremely, extremely oily. And yeah, this just did not work for me. So this is going back. If you would like to try it, for reference, I am the shade NC15 in MAC. That is my color, and that seems to be the popular reference for anybody. I tend to be the lightest shade in most ranges, the lightest or the lightest 2 in. And in this Maybelline one, I was shade 110, which is called Porcelain, which is the lightest available. But that is just for reference what shade I would be. And I purchased this one at my local Kroger. Now, Kroger had it on sale for $7.98 if you are a Kroger Plus member. So I got it for $7.98. It retails for between $9 and $10. If you have a coupon for Maybelline, which come usually in your Sunday newspaper, I get the paper every Sunday, so I've always got coupons for something, you can get even more of a discount with the coupon and then using your Kroger Plus card. So you end up getting it for a lot less. So if you are interested in purchasing it, head to your Kroger if there's one near you. It was very, affordable there. So that is the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free Foundation review for me. It's a no-go, like I said. Left me way more oily than I had anticipated, way more oily than I think is necessary. So yeah, that's it for that. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.